The Elder Scrolls is a universe with many unsolved mysteries, with darker themes and lore, and it's fun to have mods that build upon some of that. Today, to try and get a bit more of my mystery fix, we're taking a look at the Drez'kth'ar Horror by Eldritch Nomad, a new land mod for Skyrim Special Edition on PC. Focusing on a grimdark and Lovecraftian vibe, this mod takes us to new world spaces, building off of existing Elder Scrolls lore in order to tell its story. Using exclusively vanilla assets and balanced for play around levels 15 to 20, this is something that you can enjoy early on in a playthrough. And you can really change the look of it depending on what texture mods you have installed. The mod does not have any voice acting, which works for most of the experience as you'll be completely on your own. But there are a handful of characters that you will interact with early on. Because of this, you will need Skyrim Script Extender, as well as Fus Rodeau's silent voice. The mod starts off as many mods do, with a courier approaching you in a city, handing you a note. This letter comes from an unnamed employer, looking to hire your services to explore a mysterious occurrence. Once every 10 years, a window of opportunity opens itself, where ships passing through a region of the Azurian Sea go missing, never to return. In exchange for any information you can glean from this adventure, you'll be paid 20,000 gold, assuming that you survive. From here, you'll meet a carriage driver in Dead Man's Drink who makes it clear that she doesn't trust you or your shared employer. She'll take you to the town of Balemore in High Rock, a quiet and dreary village with only a few guards patrolling the streets, all of whom simply want you to get on your ship and leave. Speaking with the ship's captain, she explains that there's an ill omen in the town, a Dremora in black armor, whose appearance aligns with whatever has caused all these ships to disappear once every 10 years. And once you agree to set off, this is where your adventure truly begins. As you come to, you remember the events that brought you here, lightning striking and killing many of the sailors as a mysterious island appeared before you, the captain tying a lifeline to you to prevent you from going overboard, and the last thing you remember before blacking out is her being gravely injured as the ship was torn apart by the storm. Let me just say that this video is not meant as an in-depth playthrough. This was cut down from over 4 hours of recorded gameplay, and I've finished the mod without completing some of the side quests. But hopefully this video will help to give you an idea of if you'd want to give it a go, and maybe try to complete some of the side content that I know I missed. Oh, there she is. Well, my question is how we got here. I tried to blame you, but this isn't your fault. Your employer probably forced you into this just as they did to me and everyone else in Balemore. I managed to drag you up the beach to the lighthouse. My crew is dead, just you and I are left now. But it looks like I don't have much longer. Too much blood lost. Down to just you then, I tried to make myself useful and gather some basic supplies. I don't know if you'll manage to make it back to the mainland, but if you... Video games and dying right as you're in the middle of writing. Oh, I kind of like the spell tomes, that's nice. I hadn't thought about that as a resource to give us, but I kind of like that. I also didn't mean to take the crossbow because I have a much better one on me. So I assume that's gonna be the shipwreck down there that I can kind of see as a nearby marker. Oh, okay, that's a lot bigger than I expected. Granted, I'll need to kind of get a better sense of the scale once I start walking around, but this looks pretty big. This looks significant, damn. And granted, not all of it's going to be traversable because you can see a lot of it is, you know, broken up by mountains and impassable regions, but still, it's a pretty wide region. It's a pretty wide zone. Is this gonna be our ship? Yep, wreck of the Hasty Sparrow discovered. Just want to take a look. I do like that they included the wreck. It's a little thing, but you know, for me, it's that attention to detail that I always love seeing. I mean, we had a Dwarven lighthouse, we have another Dwarven structure over here, so it definitely feels like there's gonna be an emphasis on the dwarves. Which even, what is it, Drez'kth'ar does sound pretty Dwarven as a name. What if it wasn't a storm that sunk all of these ships, but rather some sort of Dwarven security system? And that's, you know, what's striking them with lightning, what's killing all of them. Yeah, I have a feeling that maybe the dwarves are involved, or, you know, their ruins are involved, but at the same time, they did say there was a weird Daedra, a weird Dremora hanging about in Baelmore too. So I kind of wonder if, you know, the sun will really come out, if it's gonna be any nicer at all during the day, or if it's gonna stay kind of like this. Maybe not as dark, because it's not gonna be the middle of the night, but I would imagine the rain's not gonna let up. Which, honestly, that's fine. It kind of helps to sell the whole vibe. Ocean Observatory discovered. Can I go in? I can. It almost makes it sound like this island was, you know, like a research post, a research station of sorts. Which would also make sense because dwarves, what weren't they researching? Oh, okay, I'll take potion storage, thank you. Listen, they said come prepared, they said take everything you need, but you never know how long you're gonna be in these places, you never know how long it's gonna be, so maybe you forgot to take everything that you might possibly need, so extra potions are always nice. Old Dwemer Report. Still nothing. No changes in ocean currents, wind, or ship voyages. All ships that were sent out to sea last week have returned again. All crews stated the same observations. They departed the island, made no course corrections, yet ended up right back here. A personal note. Once again, I'm requesting transfer back to Betharzinga. I feel that there is no need for so many of us to continue observing things that haven't changed in 2 full cycles. Oh, there you go. This is just lost now. We're gonna have to find the correct bearing, we're gonna have to find some sort of weird numbers, just you watch. The numbers didn't actually help them escape the island, but you get what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. Listen, anytime I get a lost reference, anytime I can make it a lost reference, I'm pretty happy. But the fact that all the dwarven machines, that all the automatons are also dead, that's why I'm maybe thinking that no, there's more going on here, because if it was just the dwarves who were responsible, the dwarven automatons that were responsible, then they would still be kicking, they'd still be activated, they wouldn't all be destroyed. Ooh! Tarnished Blades Katana. And Velen's backpack. As I lie here dying, I pen these words so that it might serve as a warning to any others unfortunate enough to find themselves on these shores. I was an agent of the Blades sent along with a convoy departing from Anvil. Our journey was accosted by a storm of incredible power that resulted in our ships crashing into this island. I know not what this accursed place truly is, but it is not of this world. Strange things lurk here, it reeks of death and decay, the very fabric of reality seems to falter. Creatures of nightmare dwell here, this was our fate, they came upon us in the darkness and night. This, the source of my mortal wounds, not as though we hadn't betrayed and divided ourselves so much already. I know now that there is no way back to our home, this utter madness taunts me at my dying breath. I'm truly sorry whomever you might be, but you now face the same slow extinction that claimed us. This island will rot you from the inside. Well, thanks for the warning. And thanks for the sword. Oh, okay, he's got a lot more than I thought he would. Okay, the Spymaster sent him here because 2 decades previously, one of their best agents had come here, died, so, you know, they're like, oh, what if we send you there as well? Nothing bad could possibly happen, right? Yeah, how did that go? Longitude and latitude coordinates written on it in increasingly frantic handwriting, trying to figure out where they were. Got it. Out of curiosity, if I turn on the quest, no marker. So it's going to be a little bit more open-ended, it's going to be a little bit more reliant on you to figure out where you are, what you're doing, where you want to go. Honestly, the lack of enemies right now makes it a little creepier. The lack of any enemies, any survivors, anything makes it so much more ominous, especially coupled with the new sound effects that are playing, the new kind of ambient tracks that they got for the mod. Oh, I see some purple glowing tree. Are we gonna get spooky? Are we gonna get weird and magical and creepy? Well, it's got crystals in it. Yeah, I don't... Oh, God, hello. Oh, where did you come from? Alright, that's me being scared. That's me being spooked. I hope you enjoyed that. Oh, he just leapt out of the tree the second I turned my back, and now he's running like a coward. He's like, oh, I got my scare in, now I can go. Get back here, you. Oh, what a jerk. What an absolute jerk. Crystal War Axe. Okay, that's interesting. So that's new. It's a reskin, it's a retexture of, you know, the Ash Spawn weapons, but still, I like that. We'll see. I was saying, oh, we don't have that many enemies, and now I've been proven wrong. Oh, okay. Dwemer's Soldier. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So not the automatons, but they're skeletons, which I wouldn't have expected because really there haven't been a whole lot of Dwemer skeletons left either. Or at least not, you know, on the mainland and whatnot. Uh-oh. More Dwarven skeletons. Did they kill all the automatons? Because that's what I'm wondering right now. Or is there going to be another force to play? Alright, we had a captain here, named Captain, so definitely going to search him. Hopefully he's got a note hiding somewhere between his ribs. Nope, no note. Alright. I was hoping, I was like, what if he just had like a note wrapped around one of his ribs and we just gotta unfurl it and read it. Damn. I'm glad that they keep on giving you potions along the way. I'm glad that they're giving you some more potions, just in case you did forget to bring enough. Because that's always one thing. If you don't know how long, you know, a quest is going to be, how long a new zone is going to be, you might under-prepare. You might not bring enough potions. And if there's no way to get more, if there's no source of more potions, then you might wind up soft-locking yourself in a way. Oh, that missed? Really? That one didn't. It's fine. They're not the most astute. Like, they're not incredibly smart. Which is fine by me. Like, I don't mind. Man, if I didn't have Quick Light on, I wouldn't be able to see anything. If I didn't have Quick Light installed, it would be pitch black. I will most likely need to bump up the brightness in video editing for when I upload this to YouTube. Otherwise, you guys might not be able to see anything at all either. I don't know for sure if I'm gonna keep you know, this save with Bard's College expansion. I don't know if this is going to be kind of like my go-to save file from now on, but I want to get some more use out of it, you know? I want to get a little bit more use out of all the gameplay stuff that they added. That leads back outside, so let's not do that just yet. This is probably just gonna lead right up there to... Oh, no, this one's destroyed. I was hoping that'd be a note. I was hoping it was gonna be his last moments as he got crushed to death. Well, let's leave through here, because I don't actually know if there was a way around the entrance to the outpost that we had come through. This might actually be the only way to get to the rest of the island. It's nice, I can see now. It's so much nicer now that it's, you know, daytime. I don't see the sun, there's not gonna be any sun across the mod, I bet, but this is nice. It's a lot nicer being able to see at all. Still creepy, still eerie, but at least now I can see what's creepy and eerie, you know, more than 5 feet in front of me. I do really like how you are kind of funneled down these paths. It feels a little claustrophobic at times, but I mean that in a good way. Like, it's keeping you along set paths. It's keeping you going along certain routes. The dwarves aren't known for their wooden scaffolding, so I'm wondering if we might have come across someone else's kind of setup, someone else's fort. Oh, Dragon's End Crater. I see crystals. Alright, let's go down. I thought it might have been an actual lift I could use. Wait, can I not go back up? Oh, don't do that to me. Oh, wait, okay. No, I can't. Sorry. I was looking for the lift down here. Ignore me. Well, there's the dragon of Dragon's End Crater. Oh, he got crushed. Sure looks like it, at least. Yeah, very well supplied cart. Maybe someone actually lasted a little longer here than the rest of them. And it seemed it might be the Imperials, and they did turn on each other. They always turn on each other, don't they? Ooh. I mean, it's already bad enough to stab yourself through the bottom of your mouth, but oh, also burning, man. Maybe that makes it easier. Maybe that makes it a little easier. Oh, God. Oop, oop, oop. I don't know what just hit me. Oh, where did you come from? You were not all back there a minute ago. Okay, that's a lot more than I thought. Remember before when I was like, oh, it's not like they're just throwing enemies at you nonstop? Well, I was mistaken. I was really mistaken. They just all spawned in immediately. Oh, God. Alright, well, we're gonna be here for a minute. This is gonna take a little bit. Well, we're clear. Let's see if I can find any notes, because I want lore. Okay, now that looks kind of creepy. That looks a little ominous. Whatever it is. Yeah, maybe don't build your fortress, your base right next to, the giant, glowing, ominous crystal tree. Wow, you guys really set up shop here, didn't you? They must have been here for a while. They must have been alive and here for a while. Hope of the people. A small family find themselves shipwrecked on a small, hostile island. They struggle to survive each day, and all hope appears to be lost to them. But is it truly lost? Behold, a child is born. The family names her Hope. as she is a gift from the divines themselves, a gleaming symbol that life can endure even in these most trying of times. Though far from the life they once had, the small family now possess a renewed vigor to press on. But shall they ever truly make it back home? Playing at dawn every Sundas, Morndas, or Turdas. Oh, wait, so this is a stage. Man, they were putting on plays. That's not what I expected here. Flyer, hope of the people. A lot of flyers, maybe they didn't sell a lot of tickets. A maiden's fate, hope of the people. A maiden's fate. The fair maiden Vanessa spends her days tending to the needs of her peaceful village. Calamity strikes when a vicious bandit gang arrives one day to terrorize the village. Vanessa pleads with the divines to send her people a valiant hero to save them from their plight. Will her prayers be answered, or will her and her people suffer a terrible fate? Mundas and Fredas. Well, go figure, it's not as popular as Hope of the People. Yeah, alright, there you go. You want to see a play? It is Turdas, so we'll come back tomorrow. They're definitely going to put it on as weird Draugr mummified people, right? Feels a little weird with it being sunny. Feels a little strange with it now being sunny because the amount of light that the kind of central tree is giving off. It's making everything very bright. I'm actually going to turn off my light for right now. Okay. It's raining. It's pouring. Somewhere there's an old man snoring. Yeah, it's really just occurring to me how much light the tree gives off, because this is with quick light off too. Damn. How many people were there on that one Imperial ship? And how quickly did they start repopulating the entire island? Because this is big. This is massive. This is a lot more than I expected from them. I feel like this is generations worth of people here. I feel like there had to be years upon years, decades upon decades of settlers here. You know, I'm not so sure I really want to get that close to the tree, but I'm wondering if there's anything at the tree, like maybe there's a boss fight, maybe there's something here. Nothing really by the tree itself, so let's try and get up to the tower. That seems like it might go somewhere. That seems like it might be something. I'm actually not sure if this leads to anything. Oh, is this some sort of sacrificial ritual spot? It doesn't appear to be powered right now. Interesting. It looks like they're trying to power something here. Yeah. I wonder... Oh, sorry. Yeah, let's go in here. This might be the way to power it then. Although it does say mountain tunnel, so it might just be a little bit of a secret tunnel that takes us to the other side. Not gonna lie, I'm okay with everyone being dead, but it's also weirdly eerie and creepy. As is the little dining room that I'm coming up onto. Oh! Oh! The Legate is here! Hi. You gonna crab walk away from me? No, you're gonna walk at me. Got it, got it.
Gone!
Never sure, I can never really tell what you people are up to.
East!
And... sorry about that. Probably the first time you've seen someone in ages, and immediately they just hit you with a 1, 2, 3 instead of shouts. And down you go. Please tell me you have a note. Yes, okay. Ooh, and they get their own weapons as well. Titania's helmet, block more, Titania's ruined greatsword. Okay, so looking through this, yeah, this is not a single ship that came here. There was a group of ships that came here along with the Blade Agent Velen. And it was at the tail end of the Third Era too. Okay, they were getting sick from the water. They built a boiler to try and purify the water. Wasn't working. People were getting sick, and I'm guessing that's what led to them being in the state that they are, that we're fighting them now. They talk about the civilians putting on the plays. Yep, so this wasn't just a military camp. They had a lot of civilians with them as well. And they seem to believe that the Dwarven City will have a cure to the poison and everything that they're facing, the sickness that they're getting. So, that's gonna be over there, I would imagine. And now, we have to find the fate of Captain Marcellus. Oh, which, there's actually a marker for that. Alright, I will do that. And that can't be opened. Maybe the captain has the key. Now, where's it saying Captain Marcellus is? Okay, so not at the city, kind of along the way there. I'm gonna try and just make my way through this section of the map just to see if I find anything else, maybe some notes about the dwarves or something, but, well, now we kinda know where to go. I feel like we're in the right place. Big dwarven structure, enemies, yeah, I feel like we're going the right way for something at least.
Foos!
Because the interesting
Gone.
thing was, the Legate's note did mention that they were attacked by the Dwarven automatons. So the Dwarven automatons were active, were still functional, at least up until when they arrived. And I'm sure they fought off some of them, most of them. I don't know if they really would have been able to defeat all of them on their own, though. All I'm saying is I don't know if they're gonna go full lost on me. And if I have to fight a black smoke monster, that's really what it comes down to. If I have to fight any sort of big black smoke monster, I'm gonna laugh. I'll enjoy it, but I'll also definitely laugh. Oh, we got a commander. Commander for this. That sounds about right for a dwarven name. You guys don't make anything easy. Names, locations, nothing. Never make it simple. Nothing on you, though. Can I get in here? That might be the exit. Okay, so that leads to the Dwemer Outpost Assembly Hall, but I'm not seeing any other entrances right around here. I actually do like how big these dwarven structures are. I'm someone that I feel like sometimes mod authors go way too big and way too grandiose with certain dwarven ruins and structures. These work well. This really makes it feel like a big dwarven stronghold that they were desperately trying to protect the island at all costs. So I think that was done really well. I think the size and scale of some of these locations was really nicely done. Well, that doesn't look very dwarven right there, so maybe the Imperials really just got all over the island. Desolate Collapse. Honestly, very aptly named. Yeah, the Imperials were everywhere. All I'm saying is that the Dwarven Ballista, the Dwarven automatons didn't really slow them down very much at all. I feel like they got over it very quickly. They bested them a lot faster than I would have expected. Well, there's something right around here. I'm hoping it's something I can go into. I hope it's a ruin that I can explore. The Flooding Dwemer Outpost. Yeah, I'll go in. I'll take a nice swim. Maybe I should have brought some water-breathing potions. Maybe I should have brought some water-breathing gear. Are those gonna be dwarven ghosts? Are they gonna be people ghosts? Can't believe I just said that the dwarves aren't people. Imagine if they were friendly. No. Why would I even suggest something so silly? The specters are a little tanky compared to the skeletons. Which I feel like that's just normal in Skyrim anyway, that skeletons usually just a one-shot, one-kill. Ghosts usually put up a little bit more of a fight by comparison.
Fus!
You know, I was a little worried I wasn't gonna see a single Dwarven automaton this entire time. You're the first one I've seen. I've been here for well over an hour and a half, 2 hours now. First one I've fought. I will say it was a little weird going through a Dwarven ruin without them, so, you know, now it feels right. Now this feels along the lines of what I usually expect. Okay, so this does lead to the assembly hall, so this does connect back to the entrance that I saw. I don't think this is gonna kill him. Just want to see. No, but pretty decent. Honestly, good first attack. As I just sit here in the middle of the water. Oh. Not exactly sneaky, but hey, it worked. Okay, this is gonna lead back up to the top. This is gonna be the exit to Drez'kth'ar. Got it. Oh. Oh, okay. Yep. I was gonna say, I was waiting to get shot in the back, but fire, that also works. Oh, okay. And that's the key to the tunnel that I was looking for. Yeah, there's more here than I expected. Now we have some side quests. We get to find the captain, find a use for the strange cube. I would imagine that it's going to be something through the mountain pass because, you know, he had a key for the mountain pass. To me, that seems like the right way to do it. Oop, oop. Oh, I didn't see you there. Sorry about that. So let me see if that has... Oh, no, so that's not under miscellaneous. That is instead under the main quest. So back to the surface, and we'll open this up. I'll make sure not to stay on the island too long, that way this doesn't reset, because, oh, to this day, that's one thing that annoys me, is that these buttons, these bars, eventually reset after enough time in game. So even if you've opened them, even if you open them up for some of the Dwarven locations, eventually they just seal on you again, and you gotta go all the way through the Dwarven ruin that you already cleared. So it's telling me to use the strange cube at the Dwarven City. So I'm wondering if I had found Captain Marcellus, would he have had a note telling me to go here to get the cube to go there? I guess the other thing I want to do before I find Marcellus then is I want to go back to the tree and I want to use the key that I have now. What if I open this up and it's just more corpses? They just stuffed even more corpses, a wall of them behind the door. Okay, so far no wall of corpses, this is good. I kind of prefer it this way. Oh, wait, it just leads back outside? Where to? Wait, where am I? Oh! Oh, it led all the way through, so I... Okay. I could have used the key to go back through. Got it. Never mind me then. Yeah, in that case, let's go find the captain. This marker's definitely a little weird, because according to this, it's southeast, but then when I pull up my map, it's to the southwest. So it's one of those weird markers. It's one of those weird Skyrim things right now. What I can do instead is I can keep heading towards the Dwarven City. Can I search you? Okay. Yeah, let's keep heading towards the Dwarven City, since that we know is the right way to go. Oh, wait, is that gonna point? Okay. Yeah, that that mark is pointing south. What is that pointing to? Alright. This is a long, long bridge. Imagine if it just collapsed on us on the way there. Imagine it just collapses as we try to get across it. Oh, and...
Fus!
Yep, we are gonna have to fight our way across. Ooh, and we got Ballista too. This is a really decently sized world space. It's more than decently sized. I remember when I first got here, I was worried that the mountain ranges were gonna make it feel too small, but this is big. This is definitely significant. Oh, is that flying over there? Do you see that? Yeah, that's flying.
Fus! Roda!
Don't know if there's gonna be any way for us to get to it, but interesting. Yep, that's my armor. You penetrated my battleship. Is there? Oh, there's one behind me. Sorry, didn't see you there. I didn't see you either. I felt something nipping at my toes. I was wondering what that was. I'm hoping that maybe the captain is just in the structure. I'm hoping that maybe the captain is just where I have to bring the cube. But I guess we'll see. And there's definitely going to be some things that I missed. There's definitely going to be some side locations that I probably didn't get to, some notes that I might have missed. But hey, I was told that I would get paid my 20,000 gold regardless of the intel that I bring back. Pretty decent enemy density, because I feel like this one issue you run into is... for something like this, they could have very easily turned this into just a mad dash of non-stop enemies, but I feel like they spaced it out decently. Yeah, the dwarves really like those crystals. Let's not step on that. Titus, my most loyal compatriot, by the time you awaken and find this, I will have already passed through the locked gates into whatever lies beyond. Take the cube key out to that half-sunken Dwemer outpost on the coastline. Lock the thing away somewhere inside and destroy the bridge leading across the ravine. None must reach that key until I found the dwarves' healing machine inside these ruins. We'll prove them right and save hope. This much I know to be true. Be strong, my friend. And go figure, yep, the captain is indeed gonna be in here. Okay, I didn't think of that as a cube-shaped key slot. You can see why I didn't think that was cube-shaped, right? Sorry. Discover what lies within the ancient city. Well, apparently fire. Apparently some flames. Is it just gonna be this one switch? That's a yes. Well, we did it. We've finally found where Captain Marcellus is gonna be. Now, I was saying before that some of the Dwarven ruins here are big. This is gonna be the biggest yet, and also the darkest one yet. Oh. Are there doors in these cells? Wait a second. Yeah, what? How do I get in there? Do all of these have switches and buttons? They do, huh? Because this one is open. Let me press the... Oh, wait. The buttons lead to Drez'kth'ar? Wait. Oh, now I'm more confused. It's a teleporter that leads back to the Imperial Camp. Alright, well now I think the, I'm not sure if that's gonna lead to the right place then. Because this is the only one that I know for sure actually leads to Drez'kth'ar. The others might be completely broken. I don't know if I want to jump down there just yet. I love that we have the rain pouring in. Like, that's a great look, and I love, you know, hearing that as well. Maybe, let's see. Oh, okay, alright, nope. There's nothing else here. A little bit of a booby trap. I fell for it. But the only way is down. Imagine it's a trap and I'm just stuck down there until the end of time. This is actually just the end of the mod. I just get a "you died" screen and it's a permadeath. Oh, hey, look, wait, I can actually use this lever? Somehow I feel that's not going to do anything. Somehow I feel like that's no longer serving any purpose at all. I'd like to point out that right now I have about 3 hours in this so far, and that's even with me acknowledging that I've probably missed a few locations and missed a few notes along the way. This is me not necessarily rushing, but this is me going through the mod, not even at the most thorough pace. Oh, okay, yep. Well, those 3 hours might turn into 6, 8, or even 12 at this rate. Oh. I hope you like Blackreach, because I'm getting a big Blackreach vibe from this place. This whole Drez'kth'ar section, this is a little long. It's massive, it's huge, it's sprawling, and it's very spread out, very spaced out. I'm not sure that I needed this one part to be this big. I know the dwarves weren't actually shorter than people, but I always find it funny how big their doors and structures were. It's almost like they're overcompensating for something. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, am I just gonna fight a, Centurion? The watchdog of Bizarre Kings. I always struggle to say the names, even though in my mind I'm like, oh, okay, clearly it's gonna be Bizarre Kings. But the second I go to say it, it's just like, no, this no longer makes sense on my tongue. Oh, Crystal Dynamo Core. It's fine, I'm over encumbered, but that's completely fine. Is that what I need to power up the pyramid? It would seem so. What is currently powering it? Oh, that's a heart. Find a use for the rotten heart. Oh no. We're going deeper, aren't we? That's not what I wanted. That's not what I was expecting. Oh. Think about this for a second. The captain didn't even get it this far. We know the captain got to the teleporter chamber, but clearly he didn't get as far as we did. I really thought that was gonna be the end. I really thought that was gonna be it. But the creepy music makes me feel like maybe we are building up to something here. One thing that could have been interesting is if we had also gotten sick. Maybe, you know, when we first crashed here, if the captain, you know, tried to give us some water, so drinking the water gave us the same illness that the citizens did. And then we would have, you know, kind of a double reason to try and find out what happened here. You know, find a cure for our illness and escape. I don't want, like, a significant debuff from that illness, but, you know, maybe something small, like, oh, minus 10 health, minus 20 HP, or maybe, you know, 10% slower heal rate. This whole section is fairly linear. It's just long. It's just very meandering. You'll reach kind of a dead end, or you'll reach like a rock slide, so you'll have to duck into a side chamber and then go through that just to then continue through the chamber that you want to go through. So I feel like some of this could have been condensed and we wouldn't have lost anything had that been the case. Is it raining in here? It is. It's raining through the stone ceiling. And it stopped. Oh no, because I started all the way down there, and yeah, I can already see they're gonna want me to go over this way, around that way, over that bridge, around then, over to that third bridge over there. Hopefully that's the end of it, but yeah, that's a little bit much. When there's not really anything along the way either. It's like, here's another specter, here's another spider, and that's it. It's mostly just walking. Haven of Respite. Well, it's got a different door. The door's black, so let's go on in. That's my kind of logic. Different door, let's do it. And... oh... did we finally find him? At long last. I've been looking for you. Captain Marcellus. Nothing unique, or unless that sword's unique, we'll see in a second. So he's convinced that there is no cure. He's convinced that there isn't a cure, that there's nothing, and that the dwarves suffered from the same affliction that he did, that everyone else did. Pristine greatsword. Okay. So that's our kind of new item there, or at least his unique item. Bottomless box. Oh, is that going to be a little bit of free player storage then? Wait, my question now is, why did it keep on pointing to the teleporter then? But now we also have a little bit of a safe haven, crafting room, pretty much all the crafting stuff, almost a player home once you can get over the, you know, the dead body. That's right there. Here we go, the teleportor chamber. Yeah. So that's why I kept pointing us to that direction, because now we could just go back. Now we could just go back this way. And that gives us an easy way out. Granted, we still don't have a way off the island anyway. One thing I recommend to every mod author, and I don't know for certain that this author did play through it or didn't play through it, but you have to ask yourself if players are going to enjoy walking this much in your mod. If it is necessary to have this much kind of downtime, as it were, where we're just walking across this entire zone on the lower level, then we have to go up and walk across it on the upper level, and then go into all these ruins and go out of the ruins, where it really doesn't add much to the experience. Because right now this is really starting to drag a little bit. Oh, are we gonna get more of the Merc Walkers now? Oh, they were trying to take over. They were trying to fight the Dwemer. They were trying to take back the island, weren't they? Ooh, were they trying to build like a giant crystal throne? Okay, that looks cool. Alright, I gotta see this. Yes. Are we gonna fight the Crystal King? Is this gonna be his heart? He's headless, isn't he? Lord Zenith. Yeah, you got no head. That's actually a good way to do it, so it's like, oh, see? We don't have to show a dwarven head. The Lord's Greatsword. 20 points of frost damage to health and stamina. Got it. Can I sit on the throne? Imagine my head just falls off too. That's actually just what the throne does. It just decapitates people. I honestly assumed it was going to be his head. I assumed that, or not his head, but I assumed that was going to be his heart. And now we've reached the Axis hallway, which this is what I had found super early on, which links back to the first chamber then. Yeah. Or rather, this links to the portal chamber. Discover what lies within the ancient city. Oh. Why do I have a feeling that we're not done just yet? Oh no. Nope. We're not. The Drez'kth'ar portal discovered. Wait, hold on. Wait, where am I? There's a whole new island? Or a whole new land, a whole new realm? Oh my. The Mundus portal discovered. Oh, and that's the portal guardian. Are you gonna let me out of here? Are you gonna let me leave? What if it was that simple? Listen, this was the biggest looking structure, so I just said, sure, I'm gonna head for that. I mean, isn't this where I'd want to go? I know that I haven't explored the rest of it, but I would say that you don't really have any reason to want to stay here. Your goal was to leave the island. If anything, this would be a weird distraction in a way. Escape the ruins and return to Skyrim service. Wait, am I in Skyrim now? I really hope that I get my gold for this. I feel like I've very much earned it. Does this mean that the dwarves were able to come back then? Does this mean the dwarves were finally able to find a way back? They must, because this is their style of ruin. Oh! And you're the Dremora that they talked about back in Baelmore. You were gone for quite some time. Pray tell, how was your little journey? What happened here? These people got a little too curious about these ruins. Proper measures had to be taken. Curious about the portal, I presume? Exactly that. We already had one mortal that knows of its existence. If an entire group knew? What if they told the Black Horse Courier? Is the Black Horse Courier still in business? You know about the Black Horse Courier? Everyone in Tamriel would know, and in a short time span, it would have catastrophic consequences. Far better to contain the problem here and now. If you intend to kill me as well, you'll get more than you bargained for. I'm a bard, you see. Do not threaten me, mortal. It shan't come to that. Anyway, you've done my master a great service by gallivanting through foreign realms. It would be untoward of us to turn against you now, which brings us to your payment. He's the one who hired me. For a job well done. Wait. So, you're the ones who hired me, but you knew what was at the island. You're the one behind all of this. Was this just a test to see that I could actually survive it then? You simply get on with your life. Go on now. I don't need to talk to your master about what I discovered? No. Whether in life or after death, my master will come to you and acquire the knowledge that he seeks. It will not matter if you resist. Fret not, I assure you that he is in no terrible hurry to retrieve it from you. After all, he has a whole eternity that he can wait, while you only have a small handful of years, assuming that you're lucky. Farewell, mortal. Oh, okay. I thought he was gonna zap me. No. No zapping for me. Well, his master's Hermaeus Mora. in case that's not clear. Knowledge of the, Hermaeus Mora Apocrypha style ruins that we had in that other realm. Bottomless box, that would be our storage in case we had run out of space before. In case we had run out of space, when we were still in Drez'kth'ar. Portal cavern discovered, and it just leads to a trapdoor. Where are we? Where exactly are we? Portal cavern. Okay. Not exactly how I saw that ending. Not entirely how I envisioned that. What if we just cover that with snow? What if we just cover that and call it a day? Also, you can easily return to Drez'kth'ar through the portal. You'll just need to make your way back through the Daedric realm and traverse back through the city until you reach the teleporter chamber. I think this mod has a really interesting concept, a really strong start, and it maintains a certain level of excitement, intrigue, and mystery for the first couple hours. Entering the Dwarven City felt like it would have been the end of the mod, or at least that it would be the last section of it. Instead, it became incredibly long and meandering. The build-up to entering the city to finally finding the captain and uncovering the mystery doesn't really have a great payoff. Or at least it didn't for me, simply because it felt like they were trying to pad it out for time. Reaching the portal chamber just to have that go to another realm, which then leads back to Skyrim, also doesn't really feel like the best way to leave the island. As for leaving the island itself, I see what they were going for. Hermaeus Mora had portals connecting Drez'kth'ar to his own realm and back to Skyrim. And the crystals on Drez'kth'ar could also be used to create short-range teleportation across the island, as the dwarves had been experimenting successfully with that. The implication was that Hermaeus Mora was the one sending you, and possibly some others, to the island in the first place. But given that he had portals there, it makes me wonder what exactly he needed us for. The fact that the dwarves had a way out, hence the portals leading back to Skyrim and its dwarven ruins, it makes me assume that he would have already had enough knowledge of this whole experience. And maybe there were some notes that explained this a bit more. But for me, that final act of the story didn't feel like it held up as much as the earlier parts. But I do like that you can always return to the island, and that you're able to continue those side quests even after finding a way back to Skyrim. Exploring Drez'kth'ar itself was really exciting, and I think it's the strongest part of the mod. I think the design of the island itself is excellent, and they really managed to create a fun world space using exclusively vanilla assets. Having these winding roads and claustrophobic passageways helped make the island feel a bit more haunting. Finding the massive Imperial dig site, the burned bodies, the quarantine chambers, there's a lot of really good environmental storytelling here. In some ways, the mod reminds me quite a bit of Dark End, in that it's this very isolated journey where it's up to you to try and figure out what's happened here. One thing that I think could be interesting is to have both the beginning section of the mod and the encounter with the stranger be voiced, as it could work as a really great contrast to how alone you are once you crash on Drez'kth'ar. And while I do have some critiques about the pacing towards the end, I still think that this is a really cool mod. And there's quite a bit that it does really well. The design of the island itself, the tone that they set, and piecing together what happened with the Imperial settlement was really top notch. Those first few moments after you crash, the darkened night, the rain pouring down, the shipwrecks, the bodies, and the sheer amount of ruin, they all help to immediately set the tone. The author has a really strong grip on environmental storytelling, which is also one of the things that I love Bethesda games for. Overall, the Drez'kth'ar horror is very much a mod worth checking out. Just be aware that it might drag a little towards the end. And honestly, I think if you already know that going in, you might be a bit more mentally prepared for it. But that's gonna be all for today. As always, thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, check out the Patreon or the YouTube memberships, both of which get access to the Discord server. YouTube members also get access to the channel emotes, which can be used in the comments below. And make sure to check out the streams at twitch.tv/0periodproductions. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.